And it's Joe Brady. What's up, everybody? You're watching the J-Red Show on YouTube. The Buffalo Bills have hired and promoted Joe Brady to be their next head coach. And as with the majority of Bills fans, I am not happy about it. Once again, they take the safe route. Yeah, Mewtwo, this just royally sucks. And there he goes. You are watching the J-Red Show on YouTube and TikTok. And I was feeling confident that they were going to get Udinski. I didn't think they were going to wait for Kubiak. But I thought, okay, Udinski would be perfect. I was hearing from WGR and Sal Capaccio that Udinski was pretty much confirmed. Well, I'm going to work. I check my phone, and it's Brady. Lazy, safe, just very frustrating. It begs the question, what was the point of firing Sean McDermott? Now, maybe Josh Allen had a word in it? What is with the obsession of the William and Mary style of football? You have the best quarterback in the league, and yet you resort to a running game. Yes, having James Cook is nice, but if you want to win the Super Bowl, you need Josh Allen to play like Superman. Use his natural talent. Enough with this William Mary shit. I know Jim Rome was defending this move, saying they were unable to get an experienced head coach that won the Super Bowl like Harbaugh or Tomlin. But they could have got Udinski. And you just gotta wonder, what is the plan? How do you plan on improving this team? Well, I guess now I am normally an eternal optimist, so I'm gonna try to find some positives in this. Maybe it'll work out. Maybe Joe Brady will get them to the Super Bowl. He does have experience with Josh Allen, so he's familiar with his system. And I guess it is important. If Josh Allen did have a say in this, it is important to have Josh Allen be happy and stay in Buffalo. A note from Peter Schrager. He was in the room for many of the candidates in person, in in-person interviews, and got to see behind the curtains on the process. He wasn't part of the narrowing and the final list of the head coach decisions. This is good if it's true. As great as Allen is, he should be the one making decisions on this. I felt a little queasy having him involved in the interviews in any capacity, because it seemed like a cheap way to have him shoulder some of the responsibility for the hire goes wrong. It's the off-season for the guy. He needs to rest up, golf, recover mentally, do what he needs to do to get in the right headspace from camp. Pushing front office responsibility on him is a great way to derail his marriage and force his way out of town, if things don't go right the next couple of years. And another reason for optimism, the Broncos will be the favorite to be the defensive coordinator is Broncos defensive pass coordinator Jim Leonhard. If this is true and they get him, this will be huge. The defense needs, as critical as I am towards the offense, the defense needs to be improved more than the offense. Defense wins championships. Why have the Bills not won the Super Bowl? They get enough points on offense. They have allowed 38, 42, 27, 27, 32, and 33 points in all the elimination games that knocked them out of the playoffs. So if they get Leonhard, that will definitely help. But you still got to question Joe Brady. How will he be handling time? How will he be handling timeouts? Game decisions. Will he be good at game preparation with Sean McDermott? So while Sean McDermott did deserve to be fired, he was great at game preparation. Can Joe Brady do that? I'm a little uneasy with an inexperienced coach doing this. What are your thoughts here on the Trader J-Red Show? And for the first time in over a decade, the city of Buffalo and Western New York is more optimistic and excited about the Sabres than the Bills. The Buffalo Sabres defeat the Toronto Maple Leafs 7-4. Rasmus Dahlin got his first career hat trick. It's a feel-good story for him, especially what happened with his wife and that whole situation. My thoughts and prayers are with him. But he continues to be a beast. And the Sabres are on a roll. 19-3 ever since they fought in their last 22 games. Just the best team in the NHL ever since they fired Kevin Adams. And again, the crazy thing is, this is Kevin Adams' team. TSN said he could be the executive of the year. Jarmo Kekalainen hasn't done anything yet. He extended Doan, and he made an AHL trade. Now, yes, I do understand. I'm not saying that Adams didn't deserve to be fired. He did for his inactivity and his lack of experience. And I do think Kekalainen will be making some trades after the Olympic break. Maybe beforehand. But right now the big question mark is what to do with Alex Tuch. Because as of now, Tuch doesn't want to go anywhere. The Sabres are on a roll. If they keep this up, they'll likely make the playoffs for the first time in 15 years. And I think they can even make a run. Who knows? This could be like 05-06. They didn't get much luck on the Town scoreboard. Boston won, Montreal won. But I am not too concerned about that. The Sabres just need to keep winning. They'll get a much-needed Olympic break. And when they come back, they'll be buyers of the trade deadline. And hopefully that'll get them their first playoff appearance in a decade and a half. But back to Tuch, I mean, I'm looking at the state of the Sabres right now, and on paper it's looking pretty good. But the problem is they got a lot, is a salary cap. I mean, as much credit as Adams deserves, he has the Sabres up against the salary cap. And you gotta wonder, can they afford to keep Tuch? And by the time the Sabres can become a legit cup contender, if it's not this year, will Tuch still be as good? I mean, I keep going back and forth. It's a tough decision that Jarmo Kekalainen has to make. Because I still think, while this is a lot of fun, and I'm really glad to see the Sabres are back on track. I still think they're a year or two away from serious cup contention. They need a better power play assistant coach, and they need to tighten up on defense. Toronto made it 6-4, and once again, I was feeling a little uncomfortable. But this could be the start of something special. But we need Jarmo Kekalainen to play his cards right. Manage the salary cap well. When Adams got fired and Kekalainen took over, I was thinking, with all the salary cap space we have, we might need to tank and rebuild. As much as Sabres fans don't want to. But I'm glad they eaten crow. They've been red hot. Could this be a miracle season that sees the Sabres go deep in the playoffs? And maybe even, dare I say, win the Stanley Cup? It's an exciting time for the Sabres. For the Bills, is their window closing? Not yet. I think Josh Allen will still carry them to 10 wins. And I'm still hoping that this will end up like John Elway, where he wins the Super Bowl late in his career. But I definitely can't blame Bills fans being down. But the Sabres on a roll. So what are your thoughts? Hit me up on Twitter at JRedShow, and I will see you later, Buffalo and everyone else. Hit me on Twitter at JRedShow. I'll see you later.